Hello, my dear children. Hope you all are safe being at home. Today, we are going to start another interesting lesson which is important for your O-level English paper 1. Hope you all are ready for it. My dear students, you will come across different types of descriptive texts such as letters, dialogues, texts, etc. in test 5 of your English language paper 1. There you will be able to score 5 marks if answered correctly. First of all, let's be familiar with what you have to do in these test items. Today, I hope to focus on some comprehension activities. I will be starting with simple activities and gradually move to challenging tasks. Before we start, be ready with your notebook and a pen. First of all, let's move to an easy activity. What you have to do in this activity is to read the small description properly and to choose the correct answer for the questions and put a tick. Activity 1. It is about a cat. Get ready with your pen and put the question numbers and write down the 2 solutions given under each question. Then put a tick mark for the appropriate answer. Read the questions first, then the text. Shall we read the passage? Fluffy is a cat. It likes to play. Fluffy can jump very high. Shall we move on to the questions now? Question 1. What kind of animal is Fluffy? Is it a cat or a dog? You have to choose and tick the correct answer. Question 2. What does it like to do? Does it run or play? Question 3. What can Fluffy do? Can it jump high or walk? Take your time and do it. I hope you all have finished ticking. Shall we check them? First question. What kind of animal is Fluffy? Yes, it is a cat. Second question. What does it like to do? Here it means Fluffy. What's your answer? Yes, the answer is play. It likes to play. Third question. What can Fluffy do? Is your answer jump high? Then you are correct. See how simple these questions are? Shall we move to another simple activity? This activity is a bit different from the previous activity. In this activity, you have to put the sentences in the correct order according to the story. Okay, let's take a look. What comes to your mind when you read the topic? Yes, you will know that it is about taking a dog for a walk. After reading the story, just read out the sentences given below. Those sentences are not in the correct order. So, can you put them in the correct order? Number the sentences from 1 to 5 according to the story. Try to read the story together with me. While reading the text, focus your attention to the words highlighted in red. These words are signal words. They help you to find the order or the sequence. Walking the dog. The first thing I do when I walk with my dog is put on his leash. Then I walk him outdoor. Next, I lead him down the driveway. Thereafter, we walk around the block. After our walk, I take off his leash. Now let's read the sentences. Walk it outdoor. Walk around the block. Take off his leash. Lead him down the driveway. Put on his leash. Now number the sentences in the correct order. Hope you have numbered the sentences. What is number 1? Have you put number 1 to put on his leash? Then you are correct. What should be number 2? Is it walk it outdoor? Correct. What about 3? Is it lead him down the driveway? Yes, it is. Did you number walk around the block as 4? Well done. What is number 5? Take off his leash is number 5. Have you numbered all the sentences correctly? Excellent work, my boys and girls. Shall we move to another activity? You have to check whether the sentences are true or false. This is an incident that happened to Imogen when she was a little girl. I know that you are excited to read it. So why take time? Let's move to it. Shall we read it together? Reading helps you to improve your language. So better to get that chance now. When I was 12. My name is Imogen. When I was 12, I lived in the north of England. One day, I walked along a street. A plant fell on my head. It fell from an upstairs window. I saw a woman at the window. My head hurt. I ran home and told my mother. She was angry. We went to that house. A woman came to the door. She said her cat did it. The plant was on the windowsill. The cat jumped up and knocked it off. The woman was sorry. She gave me a bar of chocolate. I went to school and my mother went back home. Now let's look at the sentences provided. 1. When Imogen was 12, she lived in the north of England. 2. One day she ran along the street. 3. A cat fell on her head. 4. The plant fell from an upstairs window. 5. She saw a cat at the window. 6. She went to the hospital. 7. Her mother was happy. 8. A dog jumped up and knocked the plant. 9. The woman was sorry. 10. The woman gave Imogen a bar of chocolate. Read the sentences again. Think whether the sentences are correct or not. Then write down your answers in the spaces. Shall we check your answers now? As the first one is done for you, it is easier for you to get to know of what you have to do. Let's move to number 2. Is it correct? No, it isn't. She didn't run along the street. She walked along the street. Number 3. No, it is also wrong. Can you tell me what fell on her head? Yes, a plant. So you have to write no there. What about 4? Is it correct? Yes, it is. What did Imogen see at the window? Was it a cat? No, she saw a woman. So 5 should be no. Is number 6 correct? No, it is wrong. She didn't go to the hospital. There isn't even a mention about a hospital. What about number 7? Yes, it is also wrong. Her mother wasn't happy, so it also should be no. Number 8. Was there a dog in this incident? No. So that sentence is also wrong. What about number 9? Was the woman sorry? Yes, she was. So it is yes. What about the last one? Yes, it is correct because the woman gave Imogen a bar of chocolate. Hope you have got all the 9 sentences correct. This activity is an interesting one. Shall we go back to school? I am sure you will join me. Can you tell me what this is? Yes, it is a grid or a table. You can see 2 columns in the table. In the first column, you can find some riddles. In the second, you find some pictures with their names. Come, join me in reading. I announce the beginning and end of the lessons. Who am I? If you forget me, you will be hungry. Who am I? The teacher uses me to write. Who am I? I help you to carry your school supply. Who am I? I help children to get to school. Who am I? You can find me in your pencil case. Who am I? I have a cover, a spine and pages. Who am I? When you want to find Brazil, I will help you. Who am I? Now, let's take a look at the picture. The first picture is a chalkboard. Second is a backpack. Next is a book. Then a school bus. After that, a lunchbox. You can see a world of atlas next. Then a school bell, and at last you can see a pen. Can you read, think wisely and match them? Okay then, let's start. I hope you have done it enthusiastically and happily. The first one is done for you, so look at the second one. What is the answer for it? Yes, it's your lunchbox. If you forget it home, you will be hungry. What does the teacher use to write on? Is it a pen? No, it is the chalkboard. Who helps you to carry your school supply? Yes, it's none other than your school bag. That means the backpack. Who helps you to take you to school? Yes, it is the school bus. What is there in your pencil case? Very good, it is the pen. Who has a cover, a spine and pages? Yes, you too have a spine, but you don't have pages, so it is the book. You can use this one to find not only Brazil but also any country. What is it? Yes, it is the world of atlas. Hope you have matched everything correctly. Let's do another activity. This is a bit complex, but don't worry. It will be easy for you once you understand. In this slide, you find 2 grids. In the left side grid, you find some answers for the questions given in the right side grid. The questions in the right sided table are named from A to F. What you have to do here is to find the correct or the appropriate question for the answers given in the left side table and to put the correct English letter of the correct question in front of the given answer. The first one is done for you. I hope you know what is to be done. First, let's read the answers given in the left side grid. First one, Karen and her mom went to the city fair. Second one, Mom bought 20 tickets for the rides. Third, Karen felt a little bit dizzy after the rides. Fourth, Karen bought a huge cotton candy. Fifth, Mom bought a vanilla ice cream cone. And the last one, Karen and Mom went back home around 9 p.m. Now let's move to the right side grid, the question grid. Question A. How many ride tickets did Mom buy? B. When did Karen and her mom go back home? C. What did Karen buy? D. How did Karen feel after the rides? E. Where did Karen and her mom go? Last question. F. What did Mom buy? Take your time and do it. Now shall we discuss your answers? Here I have highlighted and underlined some keywords in the answer grid and also in the question grid. Look at those keywords properly. They help you to find the appropriate answer. If you feel it is still hard, you can go to the grid which has questions, find answers for them and match the questions with answers. As the first answer is given, let's move to the second one. To get Mom bought 20 tickets for the rides as the answer, what question should be asked? Yes, as the answer has a particular number, the question should definitely depend on the number. So, what should be the question? Yes, it should be A. How many ride tickets did Mom buy? To get Karen felt a little bit dizzy after the rides as the answer, what question should be asked? Yes, it's D. How did Karen feel after the rides? What should be the question to get Karen bought a huge cotton candy as the answer? Yes, it's C. What did Karen buy? Can you tell me the question number for the answer Mom bought a vanilla ice cream cone? Correct. It's F. What did Mom buy? Okay, the last one. To get Karen and Mom went back home around 9 p.m. What question should be asked? Good. Yes, it's B. When did Karen and her mom go back home? I hope the highlighted words help you to find the questions for the answers. Have you got your answers corrected? Did you get 5 out of 5? Brilliant. Shall we do another task? It's a small paragraph regarding the ocean. You must read the paragraph and the questions properly so that you can find the answers easily. Okay children, start reading with me. The ocean has bright blue water filled with waves. Many types of fish live in the ocean. Seagulls love flying over the ocean to look for fish. There is soft sand along the shore and there are pretty seashells on the sand. The ocean is a great place to visit. Now the questions. Number 1. What is the color of water? 2. Who lives in the ocean? 3. What is on the sand? 4. Where is the soft sand? 5. Why do the seagulls fly over the ocean? You can read the paragraph once you have read the questions. Then you will be able to find where the answers are. No need to hurry, just do it leisurely. Shall we correct your answers? Take your red pens now. As the answer for question number 1 is given, let's move to number 2. Who lives in the ocean? Yes, the answer is many types of fish. Number 3. What is on the sand? Correct. Pretty seashells. Next one. Where is the soft sand? Good. It's along the shore. Last question. Why do the seagulls fly over the ocean? Yes, the answer should be to look for fish. This is also a task that is similar to the one we did earlier. You have to answer the questions after reading the passage. Hope you will accept the challenge. Don't forget to look for the keywords. The topic gives the idea of what the passage is. This topic signifies that this passage is about a present or a gift. Okay, let's read it now. Emma has a new bicycle. It is bright pink and shiny. It was a gift from her uncle. He hid it behind a bush to surprise her. When Emma looked behind the bush and saw the bicycle, she jumped for joy. It was just what she wanted. She gave her uncle a big hug. She loves her new bicycle and her uncle too. Now the questions. What is the color of the bicycle? Number 2. From whom was the gift? 3. Where was it hidden? 4. What did Emma do when she saw the bicycle? Dear children, take your time and do the activity appropriately. Now shall we check your answers? Number 1. What is the color of the bicycle, children? Oh yes, it's bright pink. Number 2. From whom was the gift? The answer should be from Emma's uncle. If you have written uncle or from uncle, keep in mind that it's wrong. You have to definitely write as Emma's uncle or her uncle as your answer. Number 3. Where was it hidden? Here it means the bicycle. So the answer is behind a bush. Last question. What did Emma do when she saw the bicycle? What did you write as the answer? It should be she jumped for joy, not she gave her uncle a big hug. Hope you have got all the answers correct. Okay, as we have done so many activities, why don't we move to our O-level paper? Do you have the 2017 past paper part 1 with you? If so, grab it out and turn to the third page and have a look at test 5. If you don't have the past paper with you, don't get worried. I have it for you. What can you see here? Yes, you can see a letter as well as a dialogue. The letter is written by Isuru to Srinath and the dialogue takes place among the two friends Srinath and Arjuna. Shall we read the letter first? Dear Srinath, I came to know earlier, but it's too cold and gloomy. So I moved to a tea plantation bungalow in Thalawakale, where my uncle lives. Here it's warmer and I feel comfortable. The view is beautiful. I keep walking on the hills every morning until my feet hurt. I get tasty food to eat prepared by my uncle's cook. I'm fine here. Sorry I missed the match. See you next week. Give my regards to Arjuna. Isuru. Now let's move on the dialogue. I received a letter from Isuru. Isuru? Where has he gone? I didn't see him at the match yesterday. Well, he didn't come to the match. He is in blank, staying with his blank. How nice! It must be cool and nice there. No, not as cool as in blank, he says. What is he doing there? Something he never does here. Blank. By the way, he is sending you his blank. I must thank him when I see him. You have to read the letter properly in order to fill in the gaps in the dialogue. So, can you do it now? No need to be hurried. Let's discuss the answers now. Here in the question, it is mentioned only to write down one word for each blank. So, if you write more than one word in each blank, you will get 0 marks. As the first one is done for you, let's turn to the second and third blanks. As both blanks come in one sentence, it's easier for us to find the missing words for each. Srinath's friend Arjuna asks where Isuru has gone. As a reply, Srinath utters or says these words. So, what should be the two words? Look at the second sentence of the letter. We can get the two answers by reading that sentence. Isuru says that he lives in Thalawakale where his uncle lives. So, it's clear for the second blank we had to write Thalawakale, and for the third we had to write uncle. What word did you write on the fourth blank? To get the answer for it, you have to read the first two sentences of the letter. So, the answer for the fourth blank is Nuvareliya. What is the word for the fifth blank? Srinath says something regarding Isuru as a reply for Arjuna's question. The thing Isuru never does is none other than walking. So, the answer is walking. Can you tell me the word for the sixth blank? When concluding or at the end of Isuru's letter, Isuru requests Srinath to give his regards to Arjuna. So, the dialogue here takes place between Srinath and Arjuna. So, the word for the sixth blank is regards. If you got all the answers correct, then well done. You have earned full marks for the test. Shall we do another past paper question? If you have the 2019 paper 1, take it and turn to test 5. Don't be panicked if you haven't the paper with you. In test 5 of this paper, you don't find a letter like in the previous one. Instead, you have been given a dialogue and to write necessary details in the spaces. Let's read the dialogue first. Shall we start? How was the trip, uncle? It was great. Our office environment club organized it. Where did you go this time? This year we selected a small island in Puttalam. Have you ever been to an island? Never, but I would love to. Don't worry, I'll take you there during the next vacation. By the way, how did you go there? We hired a van, and it took 5 hours for us to reach a town close to the island. We spent the night in the circuit bungalow and went to see the island in the morning on a boat. Wow, a boat ride? Yes, 1 hour ride in the calm sea. The village we visited in the island was very small. Gramanilidari said it had 105 people. Fishing is what they do for a living. Also, I saw some women making beautiful ornaments with seashells. They make money by selling them to tourists. Isn't there a school for children there? Well, there is a very small school with a few teachers. That is all. Now let's move to the task. 1. The trip was organized by. 2. The place visited. 3. Mode of travelling from the circuit bungalow to the island. 4. Main livelihood of people. 5. Population of the village. 6. The ornaments were sold too. The first one is done for you. So to get the answers, you will have to read the dialogue again. Can you read it again and fill in the necessary information? Hope you have completed the task. Shall we check the answers? As the first one is given, let's go to the second one. You have to find the place they visited. You can find the place quickly because Geet asks his uncle where he had gone. So the answer is a small island in Puttalam. In number 3, you have to find the mode of travelling from the circuit bungalow to the island. The answer for it can be found when Geet asks the way his uncle went there. There, uncle clearly says that they went to see the island in the morning on a boat. So, your answer should be by a boat or on a boat. Answers for number 4, 5 and 6 can be found in the description of Geet's uncle about the place they went. Let's turn to the fourth information that should be found. We have to find the main livelihood of people. In the sentence, fishing is what they do for living, we can find the answer. So, the answer for number 4 is fishing. What is your answer for number 5? Yes, it's 105 people. The population or else the number of people living within the island can be easily found in the sentence Gramanilidari said it had 105 people. In the last information, we have to find to whom the ornaments were sold. In the sentence, they make money by selling them to tourists signifies that the women in the island sell the ornaments to the tourists. So, the answer is tourists. Now, tell me whether you got all of your answers correct. Superb! Then you have got the full marks for that test. Okay, as we have done so many activities, why don't we move to our O-level paper? Do you have the 2017 past paper part 1 with you? If so, grab it out and turn to the third page and have a look at test 5. If you don't have the past paper with you, don't get worried. I have it for you.